Hi, I'm Brett Parker, multimedia specialist for Dairy Foods Magazine. And today we're highlighting Drumstick Ice Cream, who has recently collaborated with 7-Eleven to create a delicious Drumstick Slurpee Blue Raspberry Vanilla Cone, combining the distinct tastes of two unique brands. Here to discuss this is Elmer Gonzalez Lopez, brand manager for Drumstick. Elmer, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Brett. Really excited to speak about the collaboration.
Can you explain the initial inspiration behind this cross collaboration?
Yeah, absolutely. So first, happy Slurpee Day. It's very fitting that we're here talking about the drumstick Slurpee cone on 7-Eleven. So really excited to discuss. So where did this come from? Where did the idea of a um, uh, Slurpee and drumstick cone come from? So our communications platform, Another Day, Another Drumstick, is all about unexpected fun and adventure, and it has a quirky tonality that we love to tap into. But we are always thinking about, okay, how can we extend this, and how can we extend this to a product? And so Slurpee came to mind because it's another iconic brand that fits with our consumers as well. And initially we thought, no one would really expect this. No one would think that a drumstick cone and a Slurpee drink would actually fit together to deliver an experience that's unique and exciting. And so it came from that perspective where we wanted to take the unexpected fun and excitement that both of our brands stand for, and really come up with a product that delivered on that surprised consumers as they ate through it. And we feel that the Drumstick Slurpee cone definitely delivers on that.
Now, a 7-Eleven Slurpee has a very distinct taste. Is it challenging merging that flavor with an ice cream product and still maintaining that distinct taste?
100%. When we embarked on this, there's two things that we knew we needed to deliver on. One is if we were going to put Slurpee and Drumstick together, consumers had to believe that they were getting both. It couldn't just be a Drumstick cone. It couldn't just be a Slurpee drink flavor. It had to be both. If not, why do it? So there were definitely challenges with how we would get that both of those equities in sync. But in the end, we said, okay, in order to really deliver on what makes Drumstick unique, the cone, the nugget, the snackability, portability of it, and then what makes Slurpee Slurpee, the color, the flavor. We had to find ways to deliver that throughout the product. So you'll see that the product has a blue sauce, it has blue candy bits, it has our classic vanilla, but then it has a blue raspberry layer. So you're getting this layered product of Slurpee inspiration, drumstick, classic cones, more Slurpee inspiration with blue raspberry flavor. And then it ends the same way that all of our drumstick cones end, with a chocolatey nugget. So there were things that we had to make sure that consumers that delivered on consumer expectations, because they were getting a combination of both. And with the product execution, the sauce, the candy bits, and the blue raspberry layer, we felt that we delivered that.
Well, with everything you just said, has this experience taught you anything new about ice cream product creation in general?
Yeah, absolutely. There's, I'm lucky enough to have ice cream, every week, and with the product development piece of this, um, we started from where you think we would start. We started with a Slurpee. We started with by trying just all of the Slurpee flavors we could get our hands on, and said, okay, like what is that Slurpee equity that we really want to lean into? And so what it taught me about the product development process, even though I've worked on many new products, is that at the end of the day, it all starts with the consumer and what the consumer still expects from brands. And in this case, not just one brand, but two brands. So making sure that we delivered on what consumers want. And in our category, taste is king. So even if it delivered 100% on what consumers expected from a Slurpee drink, or what consumers expected from a drumstick cone, if it didn't taste great, it would flop. And so we knew we had to come up with something that combined both and delivered on something that still, tasted great. And so the what I learned basically was the need to still, keep the consumer top of mind and keep them at the forefront of every decision that we made. And that played into the sauce that we chose, the candy bits that we chose, and the overall execution of the product.
So did this cross collaboration inspire any new marketing methods?
Yeah, glad you asked, Brett. We partnered, as you can expect, very closely with 7-Eleven on the launch. They're a best-in-class partner, and we made sure that we leverage the strength of both companies and both brands to really bring this to market in a way that would be unmissable. We definitely made sure that we tapped into the 7-Eleven consumer mindset, but also the 7-Eleven media network to make sure that we were reaching their consumers where they were. But on top of that, make sure that we were reaching the drumstick consumer. So if you were a Slurpee fan, but maybe you hadn't had a drumstick in a while, we made sure that we found a way to reach you. And then if you were a drumstick, consumer, we gave you a new flavor that you could try because you love variety. And so the collaboration between the two brands really helped us understand, how we could leverage the strength of both communication platforms and communication priorities to launch this. Additionally, we tapped into our PR agency, Lippy Taylor, to really bring this to the consumer in a way that was new and engaging, but also stay true again to the brand, to both brands, communication and equity. And we have a fun way that we're actually executing later this summer that will bring this to consumers in a new and exciting way. It's a social activation that we haven't leveraged before with a new product launch that we think will be pretty exciting. Can't share too much right now, but it'll be out pretty soon.
Well, overall, has this experience inspired you guys to create more cross collaboration products going into the future?
Yeah, it's something that is top of mind, and like I mentioned earlier, it has to ladder back, and any collaboration really has to ladder back to the overarching campaign and message of another day, another drumstick. That anytime, not just summer, not just dessert, is the right time to reach for a drumstick as a snack. Collaborations can be a key part of that. In this case, it made perfect sense for both brands to partner, and any future collaboration would also have to meet that same threshold. I think as we look at other opportunities, not only with future opportunities, but even just flavor innovation, format innovation, those kinds of things are always something that we will keep in mind.
All right. Well, if people want to find out more about Drumstick and their products, where online can they go?
Yeah, definitely visit us on social. That's where you'll get the best taste of our brand personality and tone. Visit us on TikTok, on Instagram, and for additional product information, go to drumstick.com, where you can find our full range of products, from your classic drumstick to your little drums to mini drums for a smaller snack that you can enjoy whenever you'd like.
Excellent. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Elmer Gonzalez Lopez of Drumstick, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Brett. Really appreciate speaking with you. Thanks for having me.
And thank you all for watching.